Hello students, in this video we shall deal with differentiation exercise 3.4. These are parametric equations in terms of parameter, some other variable, like here x and y are expressed in terms of theta and we want to find dy by dx. We see here y is not a function of x but y and x both are functions of theta. For these problems we need the formula dy by dx equal to dy by d theta upon dx by d theta, number 1. So we have to find these two derivatives and then substitute them here in this equation 1 to get the result. What is given? X is equal to a cot theta. We differentiate this with respect to theta, so dx by d theta. A is a constant and derivative of cot is minus cosec square theta. This is number 2. Y is given b cosec theta. So dy by d theta, derivative with respect to theta. B is a constant, derivative of cosec is minus cosec theta cot theta, number 3. Then using 2 and 3 in 1, so 1 implies dy by dx equal to dy by d theta is minus b cosec theta cot theta upon minus a cosec square theta. This minus gets cancelled, 1 cosec gets cancelled and we get b upon a. Cot theta is cos theta upon sin theta and cosec theta is 1 upon sin theta, so we can cancel these denominators and the final answer becomes b upon a cos theta. This is dy by dx. So let us move on to question number 2. Again x and y are functions of theta. Theta is the parameter. So again we will use the same formula dy by dx equal to dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. What is x here? A bracket 1 minus cos theta, and so dx by d theta, derivative with respect to theta, a constant, 1 is a constant, derivative 0, minus, and derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta, minus plus sin theta, and this is equal to a sin theta. This is number 2. Y is also given b bracket theta minus sin theta. Theta is the parameter, variable. Dy by d theta equal to b constant. Derivative of theta is 1. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta. This is number 3. And using 2 and 3 in 1, 1 implies dy by dx equal to dy by d theta is b bracket 1 minus cos theta and dx by d theta is a sin theta. We can use trigonometric formulas. 1 minus cos theta is 2 times sin square theta by 2 upon 2 times sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, and so 2 gets cancelled, 1 sin theta by 2 gets cancelled and we get b by a. Sin upon cos is tan theta by 2. This is dy by dx. This is problem 2. Now in the third question we can see x and y are given in terms of some other variable t. Now t is the variable and so first step becomes dy by dx equal to, we can differentiate y with respect to t, we can differentiate x with respect to t. So this is number 1. Now x is cos inverse of 2t upon 1 plus t square. See, this is inverse trigonometry type. We have to use trigonometric substitutions. We have to put t is equal to tan theta, which will give theta is equal to tan inverse t. Now if we put this value here, x becomes cos inverse of 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. This is trigonometric identity. This is formula for sin 2 theta. Correct? Now This is cos inverse and this is sine. So we convert sine into cos as cos of pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Cos inverse cos gets cancelled and we get pi by 2 minus 2 theta. But theta is nothing but tan inverse t. This is x in terms of t. Now we differentiate with respect to t. Pi by 2 is a constant, derivative 0. 2 is a constant and derivative of tan inverse t is 1 upon 1 plus t square. So we get minus 2 upon 1 plus t square. This is number 2. Now check the given value y. Y equal to sec inverse of under root 1 plus t square. I think the same substitution will do. If we put t equal to tan theta, theta equal to tan inverse t, y equal to sec inverse root of 1 plus tan square theta. What is 1 plus tan square? 1 plus tan square is sec square theta. So it is root of sec square theta. This will give sec inverse of sec theta. Sec inverse sec gets cancelled and we get theta. But theta is nothing but tan inverse t. So we can directly write tan inverse t. This is y. And the next step, dy by dx. Dy by dt. Derivative of y with respect to t will be equal to 1 upon 1 plus t square, and this is number 3. Now students, we have number 2 here and number 3 here. Using this 2 and 3 in 1, we can write dy by dx equal to dy by dt is 1 upon 1 plus t square and dx by dt is minus 2 upon 1 plus t square. This denominator gets cancelled and the answer is minus 1 by 2. So this is solution for question 3. Students, in question 4, again we see variable parameter is theta. X and y are expressed in terms of, not theta, it is t. Now if t is the variable, then dy by dx equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. X is given 2 cos t plus cos 2t. Differentiate this with respect to t. Dx by dt gives 2. Derivative of cos t is minus sin t. Derivative of cos 2t is minus sin 2t. Chain rule into derivative of 2t, that will give 2. So minus 2 sin 2t, this is derivative of cos 2t. We leave it here, number 2, and we write y. What is y given? 2 sin t minus sin 2t, and so dy by dt is equal to 2. Derivative of sin t is cos t minus derivative of sin is cos. In place of t we have 2t, so chain rule into derivative of 2t will give 2, number 3. Using 2 and 3 in 1, we get dy by dx equal to, we can take 2 common, in bracket we have cos t minus cos 2t upon dx by dt is minus 2 common, sin t plus sin 2t. We can cancel this 2 and the answer becomes minus of. Now we can take this minus inside the bracket, minus will go inside the bracket, and we can write this as cos 2t minus cos t upon, denominator can also be written as sin 2t plus sin t. We have adjusted this minus sign with this minus inside the bracket, so all signs are changed. So this is our final answer, dy by dx. Now students, see question number 4. In this we have, question number 5. In this we have to show that dy by dx equal to minus y by x. So we do not only solve this for dy by dx, but we make the adjustment and get the answer as this. So let us see how to solve. X and y are in terms of theta. So dy by dx can be written as dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. This is our equation number 1. Now x is given a root of sec theta minus tan theta. Derivative with respect to theta will give a constant. Derivative of root x, what is the formula? Derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. So into 1 upon 2 root. In place of this term we have sec theta minus tan theta. Chain rule. In place of x we have this complete term. So into derivative of sec theta minus tan theta. What is derivative of sec theta? Is it sec theta tan theta? Minus derivative of tan theta is sec square theta. Solving this we get a as it is. From the numerator we can take sec theta common. In the bracket we are left with tan theta minus sec theta. But this is sec theta minus tan theta. Let us take minus common. So in bracket we can write sec theta minus tan theta, and the denominator is 2 root of sec theta minus tan theta. Now this is the bracket, same term inside the root, so one root gets cancelled and we get minus a sec theta upon 2 root of sec theta minus tan theta. Now just to make adjustments in the final step, we want this answer minus y by x. So can we avoid this complete term from dx by d theta? See, x is a root sec theta minus tan theta. Can we find a root sec theta minus tan theta here? So this can be written as minus as it is, sec theta upon 2 as it is, and this complete term a into this root, we substitute this as x. So this is dx by d theta number 1. Sorry, this is number 2. Now consider y. What is y? A root sec theta plus tan theta. What is dy by d theta? A constant. Derivative of root is 1 upon 2 root sec theta plus tan theta. Chain rule. Derivative of sec theta is sec theta tan theta, plus derivative of tan theta is sec square theta. So from here a by 2 as it is. In the numerator we can take sec theta common. In the bracket we are left with sec theta plus tan theta, and the denominator is root of sec theta plus tan theta. Now students, can we see this root gets cancelled and we are left with a upon 2 sec theta root of sec theta plus tan theta. And what is this root of sec theta plus tan theta? A root sec theta tan theta is equal to y. So we write this as sec theta upon 2 as it is, and a into root is replaced by y. This is number 3. Now we have found number 2, we have found number 3. Using this 2 and 3 in 1, so let me make some space over here to write the answer. So what do I write? Dy by dx is equal to, what is dy by d theta? It is sec theta upon 2 into y upon, what is dx by d theta? Minus sec theta upon 2 into x. So this sec theta upon 2 gets cancelled and we get the answer minus y by x as required. So students, is this clear to you all? Now using same method we can go for question number 6. In question number 6 again x and y are given in terms of some parameter, some other variable. That variable is t, and again we have to show something. So in the answer we have to make the adjustments to get this required result. So let us go for question number 6. Now see students, x and y are functions of t. So first step, dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. Now let us consider x. What is x? A cos cube t. What is derivative dx by dt? A constant, derivative of cos cube t, formula for x cube is 3x square, 3 cos square t, chain rule, into derivative of cos t is minus sin t. I write minus here outside, sin t. So this is my first derivative dx by dt. Now consider y. What is y? It is a sin cube t. So dy by dt can be written as a constant, derivative of sin cube t is 3 times sin square t, into derivative of sin t is cos t. This is my number 3. Now using 2 and 3 in 1, so 1 can be written as dy by dx equal to dy by dt is a into 3 into sin square t into cos t upon dx by d theta is minus a into 3 into cos square t into sin t. A gets cancelled, 3 gets cancelled, 1 cos can be cancelled, 1 sin can be cancelled, and we are left with minus sin t upon cos t. Now we can write minus tan t as the answer, but we need something else. So what do we need? We want that answer in terms of y by x. So it's a problem. Now see, from the given expression, x is equal to a cos cube t. Can I write x upon a equal to cos cube t? And can I write cos t equal to x upon a to the power 1 by 3? Similarly, can I write for sin cube t, y upon a equal to sin cube t, and I can write sin t equal to y upon a to the power 1 by 3. Now these two values, cos t and sin t, I substitute here, and so my answer becomes dy by dx equal to minus outside, sin t can be written as y upon a to the power 1 by 3 upon x upon a to the power 1 by 3. Now power is the same, laws of indices we can use, the denominator gets cancelled, and the final answer becomes minus y upon x whole to the power 1 by 3, and that is the result. So students, is this clear to you all? We move on to the last question. X and y are again functions of t. So first step, as usual, dy by dx equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. Number 1. What is x given? Log of 1 plus t square. What is dx by dt? Is it 1 upon 1 plus t square? Derivative of log x is 1 upon x. But here we have 1 plus t square, so we have to use the chain rule. Derivative of 1 plus t square is 2t, number 2. And y is given as t minus tan inverse t. So dy by dt, derivative of t is 1, derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus t square. Solving this, we get cross multiply, 1 plus t square minus 1 upon 1 plus t square, which is equal to t square upon 1 plus t square. This is number 3. This is dy by dt. Now using this 2 and 3 in 1, 1 implies dy by dx equal to, what is dy by dt? Is it t square upon 1 plus t square whole upon, what is dx by dt? It is 2t upon 1 plus t square, is it? 2t upon 1 plus t square. So this 1 plus t square gets cancelled, 1t gets cancelled, and the answer becomes t upon 2. This is the answer. This is dy by dx, but not the final answer, because we want to show that dy by dx equal to some other term. We want this in terms of x. So we have to make some adjustments. E raised to x, now logarithm and exponential are related. There is one function logarithm over here. It is given that x equal to log of 1 plus t square to the base e. Can we convert this logarithm into exponential? How? E raised to x equal to 1 plus t square. Is this correct? Now if e raised to x is 1 plus t square, so e raised to x minus 1 is equal to t square. Correct? And so t is equal to under root e raised to x minus 1. So value of t can be obtained from value of x, and that is equal to root of e raised to x minus 1 whole upon 2. So students, this is end of parametric equations. Now there are a few questions more which we will be dealing in part 2 of this exercise. This is all for this video. If you have any doubts, any queries, you can contact me on the number given in the description. Share this video with your friends so that they also get benefited. Thank you.